Over 50? Take this before bed. A single, simple nightly drink that can help warm your feet, ease nocturnal leg cramps, and support healthier leg circulation. It's not magic, but it is a practical, science-informed habit you can start tonight. An 8-ounce glass of pure beetroot juice before you sleep, with a clear plan, safety notes, and an evidence-aware alternative if you prefer mornings. Read on, and I'll walk you through why this works, how it compares to 9 other common drinks, exactly how to prepare it, and a realistic 30-day challenge to test it for yourself. As we age, something important begins to slip: the body's ability to make nitric oxide, a tiny gas that has an outsized role in keeping blood vessels relaxed and blood flowing smoothly. After about age 50, many people see nitric oxide production decline. When that happens, the highways that carry blood through our legs narrow, traffic slows, smaller side streets, capillaries, can receive less flow, and muscles and nerves start to feel the shortage. The result? Cold feet, cramping at night, slower wound healing, and a higher chance of stumbling because your legs don't respond well when pushed. The good news is that dietary strategies can boost nitric oxide availability and create meaningful improvements, sometimes within hours, more clearly over days and weeks. If you're over 50 and this is striking a chord, tap the link in the description for the printable 30-day checklist and recipes to get started. But first, stay with me for the full plan. And please remember, consult your physician before making major changes, especially if you take blood pressure medication or have a history of kidney stones. Do not stop prescribed medications without talking to your doctor. Here's the short science in plain language. Nitric oxide, NO, is the molecule that tells blood vessels to relax and widen. Your body makes NO in 2 main ways relevant to food. First, vegetables high in dietary nitrate, think beets, arugula, celery, are converted in your mouth and stomach to nitrites and then to nitric oxide, especially when oral bacteria are active. Second, amino acids like L-citrulline, which your body turns into L-arginine, feed the body's own NO-producing machinery. Meanwhile, compounds called flavanols and anthocyanins, found in colorful fruits and vegetables, help protect and preserve nitric oxide so it can do its job longer. Put simply, nitrates act like fuel for rapid vasodilation, L-citrulline helps your body manufacture NO, and flavanols and anthocyanins prevent premature breakdown. That trio is the nutritional foundation for improving circulation. Quick reality check. Some clinical research reports measurable increases in blood flow within hours after nitrate-rich drinks, and more pronounced functional gains after consistent use for weeks. But we always say may and can help rather than promising a cure.
Different people respond at different rates, and underlying vascular disease requires medical evaluation and management. Before I dive into specifics, here's a ranked list of 10 common drinks, from least helpful to most effective for leg blood flow, with a one-line rationale for each. 10. Plain water, essential for overall health and blood volume, but not a direct nitric oxide booster. 9. Green tea, contains flavanols and catechins that support vascular health modestly, but low in dietary nitrate. 8. Tart cherry juice, rich in antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds, useful for muscle recovery, but limited nitrate content. 7. Pomegranate juice, polyphenol-rich and can support endothelial health, yet not as direct a nitrate source. 6. Cocoa, unsweetened cocoa drink. Flavanols and cocoa improve endothelial function, helpful but not nitrate first. 5. Watermelon juice, contains L-citrulline, which converts to arginine and supports NO production, but variable potency per serving. 4. Hibiscus tea, shows blood pressure benefits and some vascular support, good as an adjunct, but less potent for immediate vasodilation. 3. Celery juice, a solid source of dietary nitrates with practical availability, supports NO production with fewer taste barriers than some greens. 2. Arugula, rocket juice, or blended greens, extremely high in nitrates and flavanols, powerful for boosting NO when consumed fresh. 1. Beetroot juice, the top-ranked choice because it's concentrated, reliably nitrate-rich, and has the strongest track record for improving blood flow quickly. Now let's look closer at the top 3, celery, arugula, and beetroot, and why beetroot takes the lead as the nightly habit I'm recommending for the before-bed protocol. Celery is a practical everyday option. It contains meaningful amounts of dietary nitrate, is easy to juice or blend, and many people tolerate its flavor better than strong leafy greens. Mechanistically, celery's nitrates convert to nitrite in the mouth and then to nitric oxide in the stomach and bloodstream, helping blood vessels relax. A typical serving would be about 8 to 12 ounces of fresh celery juice or a blended celery smoothie with a splash of lemon to help palatability. Pros: gentler flavor, widely available, decent nitrate content. Cons: nitrate concentration variable by source, less concentrated than beetroot or arugula, so you may need larger volumes. Arugula is a nitrate powerhouse among leafy greens. A small raw arugula handy smoothie or salad can pack a lot of nitrates and flavanols in one serving. Mechanistically, Arugula delivers both the nitrate substrate and polyphenols that help conserve nitric oxide longer. Pros: high nitrate density per gram, great in blended smoothies with citrus and a bit of honey or monk fruit, also provides fiber and other micronutrients. Cons: peppery taste can be off-putting to some, fresh arugula can be seasonal or pricier depending on location.
Beetroot juice is the standout for concentrated and reliable nitrate delivery. Lab and clinical studies repeatedly show that beetroot juice raises blood nitrate and nitrite levels and can improve measures of blood flow and exercise performance in the short term. For leg circulation, that translates into better vessel dilation and improved perfusion of muscle and skin. The practical dose I'm recommending is 8 ounces of pure beetroot juice before bed. That 8-ounce serving is roughly equivalent to fresh juice from about 4 medium beets if you juice them at home. If you buy store-bought, choose a brand labeled pure beetroot juice or 100% beet juice with no added sugar. Now, because the title insists on a before-bed routine, here's the protocol you should follow tonight and every night as you start the 30-day challenge, plus the research-aware alternative if you want to maximize absorption according to some studies. Primary nightly protocol, title aligned. Right before you go to sleep, take 8 ounces, about 240 ml, of pure beetroot juice. If possible, sip it slowly over 2 to 5 minutes rather than chugging it. Then aim not to eat a heavy meal immediately afterward, so the stomach conditions favor conversion overnight. This bedtime intake can provide meaningful vasodilation during the night, often translating to warmer feet and fewer cramps by morning for many people. Keep the habit every night for 30 days. Track symptoms such as warmth in feet, frequency and intensity of cramps, and any changes in swelling or endurance while walking. Why before bed? Habit formation. Many people find it easier to adopt a consistent nightly routine, a small, repeatable action, than commit to a morning, empty stomach practice that clashes with breakfast, medications, or a rushed schedule. Taking beetroot juice before bed creates a simple cue, the glass on your bedside table. It also allows the body to experience vasodilation during sleep, a time when micro-repair and recovery processes occur. Research-aware alternative, morning/empty stomach. Numerous studies recommend taking nitrate-rich drinks in the morning on an empty stomach because gastric conditions and oral bacteria activity may favor conversion to nitrite and then to nitric oxide. If your priority is maximizing biochemical conversion based on existing trials, take 8 ounces of beetroot juice in the morning before brushing your teeth or eating. Wait at least 30 minutes to eat and avoid antiseptic mouthwash immediately before or after because it can kill the oral bacteria needed to convert nitrate to nitrite. The trade-off: morning dosing may produce a stronger acute rise in nitrite, but it can be harder to maintain as a habit. Both timing options have merit. The script here centers on before-bed intake to align with the title and practical adherence, while offering the morning option for those aiming for evidence maximization.
A few practical tweaks and swapping ideas. If beetroot juice tastes too earthy, blend it with a splash of unsweetened apple or pear juice, add a squeeze of lemon, or blend into a small smoothie with a chunk of ginger. Avoid adding sugar or sweetened juices that undermine metabolic health. If you don't have fresh beets or pure juice, concentrated beetroot powder can be an alternative. Stick to products that list only beetroot as the ingredient and follow the manufacturer's equivalent for an 8-ounce dose. If you prefer variety, rotate. Take beetroot juice at night most days, substitute celery juice in the afternoon on busy days, and include fresh arugula smoothies 2-3 times a week. Let's talk about how soon you might feel changes. There are 2 types of wins here. Quick wins. Nitrates can cause vasodilation within hours, so some people report warmer feet or reduced cramping the same night or within a few days. That's the acute effect of nitric oxide widening vessels. Longer-term wins, with consistent use over weeks, the vascular system can remodel. Better capillary perfusion, improved endothelial function, and more durable improvements in blood flow and exercise tolerance. In short, expect some immediate symptom relief for many people and steady improvements over 2 to 8 weeks if you keep the habit. Safety first. This is essential. Consult your physician before starting the nightly beetroot protocol if you take blood pressure medication, are on medications that affect blood flow, or have a history of kidney stones or kidney disease. Do not stop or change medications without medical advice. Beetroot can lower blood pressure modestly, and combined effects with antihypertensives may require medical monitoring. Beeturia, pink or red urine, and sometimes stool after consuming beets, is harmless for most people, but can be surprising. It's not an emergency. Beetroot is relatively high in oxalates, so if you've had calcium oxalate kidney stones in the past, discuss it with your doctor. Also, antiseptic mouthwash and some strong oral antiseptics kill the beneficial oral bacteria that convert nitrates into nitrites. To preserve that conversion, avoid using antiseptic mouthwash within an hour before or after your beetroot dose. Brushing your teeth with toothpaste is less clearly disruptive than antiseptic mouthwash, but if you take the morning empty stomach option, try to delay vigorous oral antiseptics until after the 30-minute absorption window. Beetroot taste and sugar concerns. Pure beetroot juice contains natural sugars. Formulated juices sometimes add sugar or fruit concentrates, which you should avoid. Choose pure juice or control the sweetness with low-calorie options like a small amount of stevia or monk fruit, or mix with unsweetened citrus. If you have diabetes or are monitoring blood sugar, check your levels and discuss the plan with your clinician before starting nightly beetroot.
Small, occasional servings are generally well tolerated, but individual responses vary. How to prepare 8 ounces of beetroot juice at home. If you have a juicer, wash and trim about 4 medium beets, run them through the juicer, and measure out 8 ounces. If you prefer a blender, roast or boil beets until tender. Cool, then blend with a splash of water and strain through a fine mesh or cheesecloth to yield 8 ounces of juice. Store-bought options, look for 100% beet juice with no added sweeteners or preservatives. Refrigerate after opening and use within the product's recommended window. If you use beetroot powder, follow the label to produce a concentrate equivalent to 8 ounces and dissolve in water. Taste hacks and alternatives for stubborn palates. If the beet flavor is too strong, mix half beetroot juice with half celery or carrot juice and a squeeze of lemon. Add a small piece of fresh ginger or a cinnamon stick when blending for warmth. If you absolutely cannot tolerate beet juice, a concentrated arugula smoothie or celery juice can be an effective substitute, though you may need to consume a slightly larger volume to match nitrate intake. Practical rotation plan to avoid boredom and maximize nutrient variety. Make beetroot juice your nightly habit at least 5 nights a week during the 30-day challenge. On the other nights, substitute with earlier in the day celery juice or a hibiscus tea in the afternoon, and include arugula-based smoothies 2 to 3 times weekly, especially on days when you plan gentle evening walks or leg strength exercises. This rotation maintains nitrate exposure from different sources, while supplying complementary compounds like L-citrulline, watermelon, flavanols, green tea, arugula, and anthocyanins, pomegranate, tart cherry, that support vascular health. Mouthwash and oral bacteria, a small but crucial detail. The nitrate to nitrate conversion begins in the mouth thanks to commensal bacteria. Strong antiseptic mouthwash can suppress those bacteria and blunt the conversion pathway, reducing the effectiveness of nitrate-rich drinks. If you take your beetroot juice in the morning as the evidence-informed option, avoid antiseptic mouthwash right before and for at least an hour afterward. For the bed-for-bed option, try not to use antiseptic mouthwash immediately before drinking. Toothpaste is less damaging than mouthwash, but if you're aiming for morning empty stomach optimization, avoid aggressive oral antiseptics around the dosing window. Common side effects and what to watch for. Most people tolerate beetroot juice well. Mild stomach upset can occur in sensitive individuals. Take a smaller dose if needed. The pink urine or stool, betaria, I mentioned, is usually harmless. If you experience any severe abdominal pain, reduced urine output, or other concerning signs, seek medical attention.
If you are on blood-thinning medication, beetroot itself is not known to significantly change clotting. But because it can affect blood pressure and interact with other supplements, mention your plan to your clinician. Daily habit building and tracking results. For your 30-day challenge, tonight take 8 ounces of pure beetroot juice before bed. Take a before photo of your legs and note baseline symptoms: how often you get leg cramps, how cold your feet are, how much swelling or heaviness you feel, and your walking tolerance. Each morning, record changes: warmth, cramp frequency, swelling, energy for walking. After 1 week, check for quick wins. Many people notice improved warmth or reduced cramping. After 2 to 4 weeks, look for more consistent symptom improvements and better walking endurance. If you're monitoring blood pressure at home, log those readings as well, and share them with your clinician during follow-up. Practical examples and recipes you can use tonight. Basic bedtime beet shot: 4 ounces of pure beetroot juice chilled, optionally mixed with 2 ounces of unsweetened apple juice to soften flavor. Sip slowly, then avoid heavy snacking. Ginger lemon beet blend: 8 ounces pure beet juice, juice of half a lemon, a small thumb of fresh ginger blended and strained. This masks some earthiness and adds anti-inflammatory benefits. Arugula smoothie alternative: a handful of arugula, half a cucumber, juice of 1 lemon, 1 small apple for sweetness, optional, water to achieve 8 to 10 ounces, blended and strained if preferred. A few words on supplements and L-citrulline. Some people look to supplements like L-citrulline to raise arginine and thus nitric oxide. While L-citrulline can be effective, supplement doses and interactions fall into a different category than food-based strategies. If you are considering L-citrulline supplements, consult your physician or pharmacist about dosage and interactions. This script focuses on food-first, low-risk interventions centered on beetroot and other nitrate-rich foods. What about exercise and other lifestyle habits? Nutrition is one pillar. Gentle strength and balance exercise, calf raises, short walks, and balance drills complement improved perfusion from nitric oxide and reduce fall risk. Staying hydrated and avoiding long periods of immobility, sitting for hours, also matter.
Think of the nightly beetroot ritual as a biochemical boost that pairs best with movement and overall vascular health practices. Addressing realistic expectations and timelines. Expect variable responses. Some people feel improvements in hours. Others need weeks to notice meaningful changes. If you have severe peripheral arterial disease, deep vein thrombosis history, or other circulatory conditions, dietary nitrates can be one supportive tool but are not a replacement for medical care. Use the 30-day challenge to test the habit, track changes, and bring your notes to your clinician to decide on next steps.
Specific cautions recap. This must be clear. Consult your physician before starting this, especially if you take blood pressure medications, nitrates or phosphodiesterase inhibitors, anticoagulants, or if you have a history of kidney stones or significant kidney disease. Do not stop or alter prescribed medicines. Avoid antiseptic mouthwash around dosing time. Choose pure beet juice with no added sugars. Monitor blood pressure if you are on antihypertensives. To help you stick with this, here is a simple, practical 30-day plan you can print or follow. Night 0, preparation. Buy a bottle of 100% beetroot juice or source fresh beets. Print or record baseline symptoms and take a before photo of your legs. Days 1 through 30, the nightly ritual. Each night, 15 to 30 minutes before bed, take 8 ounces of pure beetroot juice. If taste is an issue, mix half beet with half celery or add a squeeze of lemon. Avoid a heavy meal immediately afterward. Aim for minimal snacking so the stomach isn't overloaded. Weekly rotation. On 2 evenings per week, substitute a light arugula-based smoothie instead of beetroot to add variety. On busy days, a mid-afternoon celery juice can provide a daylight boost without disturbing sleep. Monitoring. Every morning, log warmth, cramps, swelling, and walking tolerance. If you take blood pressure meds, measure your blood pressure twice a week and share the data with your clinician. Reassessment at day 30. Compare symptoms and photos. Consider continuing the habit if you saw improvements. Discuss next steps with your clinician, who may recommend further testing or additional interventions. If you prefer to strictly follow the research-focused timing, pick the morning empty stomach option, take 8 ounces of beetroot juice on waking before brushing or mouthwash, wait 30 minutes to eat, and avoid antiseptic mouthwash during that window. That approach may maximize immediate nitrate to nitrite conversion based on some trials, but again, it's a trade-off between optimal biochemical timing and real-world habit adherence. Final encouragement and closing guidance. Improving leg circulation after 50 is not only possible, it's practical. A small, consistent action like an 8-ounce serving of pure beetroot juice before bed can produce measurable benefits: warmth in your feet, fewer nocturnal cramps, better endurance for walking, and a lower chance of losing balance because your legs respond more reliably. It's a low-cost, low-complexity strategy you can start tonight, but also be safe. Check with your doctor first, especially if you take blood pressure medicine or have kidney stone history. Start tonight. Take 1 8-ounce glass of pure beetroot juice before bed, take a before photo, and commit to the 30-day challenge. Track how your legs feel, and if you see improvement, bring your notes to your clinician to plan the next steps in your vascular health journey.
If you want the printable checklist, recipes, and habit tracker, tap the link in the description. Take care, be consistent, and give your circulation the nightly support it can benefit from, one small glass at a time.